Welcome to the deep dive. So today we're jumping into a really specific moment you sent us. It's a single snapshot in time, really.
It is, yeah. We're looking at Brighton Hove, late November, a Sunday morning, super early, about 8:45 a.m.
And our mission today is to sort of unpack how the simple physics of light can completely define how we see a city's architecture.
Exactly. Because when you look at this scene, probably from, an elevated spot like Queen's Park or Hanover, the city isn't just lit up.
Wow, it's something.
It's transformed. The whole sprawl of houses just becomes this abstract shape against the sky, an intense glowing silhouette. And that's our starting point.
Okay, let's get into that light because it's so dramatic. It's not just any sunrise, is it? It's late November. The sun is incredibly low.
Barely over the horizon. And that's the key. That low angle forces the sunlight to travel through a much thicker slice of the Earth's atmosphere to get to us.
Right. And why does that thickness matter so much? What's it actually doing to the light?
Well, it's physics acting as a filter, basically. All the high-energy, shorter wavelengths, the blues and the violets, they get scattered away.
That's Rayleigh scattering, right?
It is Rayleigh scattering at work, yes. So the blue light gets bounced out, and what's left to actually reach your eye are only the longest wavelengths.
The deep reds, the oranges, the golds.
All of it. So the city looks like it's glowing from within, but really the atmosphere is just painting it with pure warmth.
And that light, that low glare, it simplifies everything. It reduces the whole city down to this jagged, rhythmic outline. The sources call it the chimneyscape.
And that's the perfect word for it, isn't it?
Right.
Because that silhouette tells a story.
What are we actually looking at?
We're seeing the backs and the tops of mid to late 19th century Victorian terraced houses. They were built for density, packed into these steep valleys running down to the sea.
And the chimney pots, there are hundreds of them, just poking up like some kind of forest.
A mechanical forest, yeah. And they're the history lesson right there. They aren't decorative at all.
No, they're pure function. Every single one marks a hearth, a coal fire that was essential for survival, for heating in the 1800s. It sort of anchors this beautiful, glowing view in industrial reality.
It really does. Now, as that glare starts to fade a little, you can zoom in and see the materials. Notice how many of the buildings are bright white or cream.
Yeah, that's the stucco, the render over the brickwork.
And in a seaside town like Brighton, that's not just a style choice, it's the city's essential raincoat.
A raincoat against the salt and the wind.
Absolutely. It seals the brickwork from that damp, corrosive sea air,
Yeah.
and then it's painted bright to grab every little bit of that coastal light we were just talking about.
This is where it gets really interesting, I think, because once you can see clearly, you start to see this dialogue happening.
A visual conversation between two completely different centuries.
Exactly. You have the soft, repeating shapes of the Victorian terraces, and then looming nearby, you have these sharp geometric lines of that modern block.
The Metropolitan College, the Met.
It's just such a stark contrast, the kind of low-rise, horizontal needs of the 1800s versus the big vertical ambitions of today.
But then you pull back. You zoom out past the college, past the terraces, past all the rooftops.
And you see the ultimate anchor.
The English Channel. It's just this faint, almost pastel line on the horizon, but it defines everything.
It really does. All those Victorian streets, the modern blocks, they are all cascading down towards that single line of water. It dictates the entire city's layout.
And you get this wonderful tension between the foreground, the industrial bits like railings and satellite dishes, and then the infinite calm line of the ocean behind it all.
So really, this deep dive shows the city as this living thing, framed by these unchangeable rules of light and the sea.
Yeah, that quiet Sunday morning stillness is just charged with this sense of anticipation. You have the blazing orange sunrise and these cool, long blue shadows.
So it leaves a provocative thought for you, our listeners. How do these physical rules, something as abstract as Rayleigh scattering, end up dictating not just what we see, but how we understand our own history? How we read the industrial needs in those chimney pots and see the eternal anchors like the sea that frame our entire modern world.
Those bedrooms. sunrise happy. Yesterday's sunset was massively mesmerizing.